Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the Weekly WAYPN. I'm Cal.
And I'm Sunny.
AKA
Henry and Sangita.
The first time that she hasn't flubbed the start in how many weeks?
It was not a flub.
You know what I noticed? A direct correlation between less posts and you flubbing it. Yeah.
It's called interpretive insolence.
There you have it, gentlemen. This is why relationships fail. All right. So first off, we've got Ron Purvis with Gabaritsu.
Is that how you
Demon
say?
From D&D. What?
Glabaritsu. Very interesting.
Yes.
I do like what he's done. I'm not sure what level he's going for, but I would say that's close to Character Plus Showcase. Well, maybe Character Plus?
I'd say probably character is probably right because, like, take a look at the teeth and that sort of thing. Doesn't have shadowing.
Yeah, right.
You know, things like that.
I understand.
Like, there are a lot of good techniques on display.
Oh,
so
I love
the base is going to get a pass, but a C- pass, mostly because of this black area around here. You really need to integrate it into the base because as it stands it looks a little off, but I do believe that this is a work in progress, not just the finished thing.
I think so.
I think it's mostly finished, right? Like,
yeah.
It's just going to be like, all right, sprinkle some, random...
A little bit of fairy dust.
Yes, the fairy dust. All right, that's...
But I really like the skin hatch work on the wrinkles that he's done there. On the thigh.
I also like that quick transition between the black and the red.
Yeah.
I think that looks really good.
Yes.
So, what has he done well? Where can he improve?
I think the textures were very well done. It's very clean. As well as the color choices were very nicely showcased here. Very nice transitions. Other than, of course, the base needing to have that extra touch-up around the sides, and maybe there might be some things like the eyes that need to be showcased a bit more. I think that would be what he could improve on.
Yeah, I'd definitely say that the color scheme is, to pardon the pun, golden. It's a nice analogous color scheme,
Yeah.
Really helps it pop off. I think without those gold plates, or if those plates were steel, I don't think it would...
won't come out as nice, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's come up quite nicely.
Yeah, unless he went for a very blue tone steel, then it will create a nice level of contrast, but this works very nicely.
I think even with that, I think the gold it's better being, analogous as it is to being,
that's the adjacent complementary.
Yeah, but I just think that this way, it still keeps a lot of that warmth, and I don't think with the fire and everything, I think that's
on theme.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let us move along.
So, show me your rust effects and...
There's no Joe R. Sutton adventure.
Yes, there was no Joe R. Sutton adventure this week, but I did...
Disappointed!
I did show him a hell of a lot of rust effects.
Oh, yeah, you are pretty much the king of rust, honey, as far as I am concerned.
So, there was a few rust effects I showed off. I'm not sure if any of them were useful to you, Joe, but... I hope they were. And I hope that more of you guys put out comments like this, use this place as a resource.
Yes, exactly.
Alright.
Ooh.
So, Jojo.
Joe does a little bit more work in another post, but yeah,
let's take a look. You want to read it?
2 of these guys have ribbons coming off their elbows. What color should I paint them? Given the rest of the color scheme won't change much, it's a chance to add a splash of color. I'm thinking of going vibrant, but will that pull focus away from the face? Should I go desaturated instead, or stick with a neutral color?
Let's take a look at them. And then, you know what? No, I shouldn't do it like that. I should do it like this and open it as an image.
Wow.
So, yeah, it seems like the bases are the only things that need to be done.
Is that it? Like, is that how it's meant to look? Like,
Yeah, no,
all whitish?
Yeah, because it's the white lion.
Oh, it's the white lion theme.
Fur,
Oh, I
right?
see.
And there's bones and stuff. But, okay, with here, right? My thought is this. You could use some colour in here with the hair and make that your splash of colour. It will be still within the natural zone, you know, browns and blondes and such.
Black hairs and all
Yeah.
that. Well, I see what he means by the ribbon.
Yeah.
And I was thinking
Well,
a red. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I was thinking a red at first, but then I thought, like, he's right. It would take away way too much from all of these naturalistic tones, because we know how he's going to do up these bases. We know how these bases will look, right? And they're all going to be very, very neutral. So I think probably make the hair your sort of colour, and that will bring people's attention to the
Face?
the heads.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
That's my thought, but
I think that idea works. But you can't go too vibrant. Like, you want a desaturated whatever color it is that you, if it's going to be a funky color.
maybe he could go something like he could use red, but instead of using like a bright, vibrant chimera color red, maybe sort of like a more burgundy sort of red, a nice
Ooh.
desaturated red.
Yeah. Or like a natural ginger.
No, well, because like I think ginger is still quite vibrant.
Is it? It's like orangey.
Yeah,
sort of
yeah, I
colour.
know, but yeah, those are my thoughts anyway. What are yours?
I think a ginger might be nice just because it's still in the orange family theme, as the skin's colors that he has chosen is it will complement nicely without going too overboard.
Oh yeah.
You know, that was my thought anyway. But you know, it's up to you. Mr. Jose.
Oh, and I hope you guys liked this one. We've been putting a lot of work into these.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for watching.
Giving it a watch.
And I hope that you guys have been sharing it around. Alright, so next up we've got James Salisbury. You want to read that one out?
Finish a D&D Human Sorcerer Mini. It's amazing to see a project go from start to finish and be amazed with the end result. Never thinking I could have painted something this good. It was the first time I have tried to do fire or any type of element, so if you have any tips for me on how to do fire or magical effects better, thank you.
Okay, so let's take a look and let's give some commentary. Alright, so my first tip is, if this is how the mini comes, right, with that sort of orangish transparent, right, like I don't know if they're pre-painted or if they're not painted. Some of the times they come with these orange transparencies. My thing is, there's no such thing as cheating. What I would have probably done is covered some tack around that, either blue tack or painting putty or whatever. It doesn't matter what it is, and just left that as is. I'm not saying that this is bad or anything. It would be nice if you highlighted it. Highlighting is really where you need to go next.
Yeah.
But I think like there's nothing wrong with it, right? What I am saying, right, is why give yourself extra work? So let's take a look. That's a pretty good shot. I think that's just done in natural light.
Yeah.
I think the only thing you need to do, James, is just set yourself up somewhere to take pictures. Get a cardboard box, put some cardstock behind it. Is it cardstock?
Yeah, cardstock or cloth or whatever you
No,
call it.
I don't think cloth is good. We had too much. What do you call
Light
it?
absorbed.
Yeah, I think it just made the contrast too severe. But yeah, I just get some cardstock, and you just let it drape.
Yeah.
And like that's it.
Yeah, I would say that what he could improve on is the highlighting portion, like with the black, the cape there, the front tunic. You can see it's a little bit patchy. It almost looked like it was peeled off the paint. I'm not sure.
I think this might be the speed paints. I'm not sure, but yeah, like highlighting is the next area for you to go, James. Like I know that you're starting out in your painting journey. But that is what I think you can improve. What you have done really well is you've got a very readable miniature.
Yeah.
When I look at this, there's nothing where I go, all right, well, what is that? What does that do? Sort of thing. Readability is key. Shall we move on?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, yes.
So I did pin and glue some riders to unicycles this week. Thanks, Ron Purvis, for printing them.
Yeah.
Alright, you want to read this one out?
Okay, the desire to blabber about projects in progress. The desire to keep it mysterious until it's finished. And then I never finish it. And then I never finish it.
Yes. I feel
so called out. Oh, someone's gonna get called out today. And,
is it me?
Not you.
I'm pretty sure it's me.
You know what? No!
We can go on our own Joe Sutton adventures this time. So this is my Whip Wednesday, and you really liked the camo pants, you said.
Yeah, I really liked the camo pants, but you said you weren't as happy with it.
Oh no, I think it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not the most exciting part, I don't think. So,
well, I think it looks like a very interesting model. Oh, look at that.
Yes.
This is yes.
I liked how this guy turned out.
I didn't notice it until I see it now on the TV. But you've got like this nice red, green, orange color scheme going here with the gold. I think it just looks a bit more on the orange side. But it just makes it so delicious. It looks so delicious. I love it. I think the pairing of it is a sort of burgundy but a magenta, closer to a magenta.
Well, on the so what I did to represent the fact that he's like in shadow on the back is in the back. I used like a toned down red as a highlight instead. Whereas it's much more vibrant on the front.
Yes, exactly. I thought it was great.
But yes, here is pants. Behold, pants.
Pants!
It's exciting.
And he's got a nice tunic.
And my freehand looks like...
I think it looks nice just because it matches the vibe of the tunic. It doesn't look out of place to me.
But yeah, I was pretty happy with that eye. I think that eye
came out so good. Unfortunately, my camera refused to properly focus.
Such is life.
Yes.
And now we've got one from Tyrone.
Tyrone.
It's Whip Wednesday.
It's Whip Wednesday, my dudes. And also Wizard Wednesday. Found some little cotton clippings from Spotlight to use as foliage for the base for a naturey look.
That's interesting.
What do you think of that?
I think it's interesting, but I think like the very sort of just static green grass, just like there's no variation in that grass, makes it look a bit more odd. I don't know whether like I like that or dislike that, but it's just... Yes, it's...
I'm gonna have to say that it doesn't quite work out.
Well, I think if he just had like done sort of the thing that I do with the grass, which is just you put the ground texture on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
and then you don't completely cover it and you use a more sort of naturalistic grass like the ones I do, I think that would have really helped it pop a lot more, made these feel a little more interesting. Like, they're really interesting. Like, they bring some interest and some focus. So I like the beard here. I like the hat, but the staff needs a bit more, because at the moment I think he's pondering adult things.
I know what you are saying.
Because of the shape of the
yes,
staff.
we understand the implications of pointing out that fact, Mr. Henry. But I do think it does need a little bit more like shading involved, because it's all like one color. So it's looking a bit flat.
I think. Well, I don't mind the highlighting along here. Like, the highlighting along there has come out well.
Yeah.
So he's done some shadowing in here. I think that the shadowing here is a lot better than the shadowing in here. I think that that's some really nice shadowing. I like this shadowing. I like the effort that he's put in here.
Yeah.
I would have preferred to see another shot of the back so that we could see like the difference, because it seems like he's trying to have light as if it's coming straight from the front. And you see how like there's dark at the back there, sort of thing. But I think without having anything on the staff, it makes it not quite 100%.
Yeah.
I think it looks good.
I think he could improve in the way the hat was shaded, and I think he could use a more saturated, like that burgundy color that you used for your model.
I don't think that there's anything wrong with the color choices, in my opinion, but I think that it's pretty good. I think that just the grass is the only thing that I'm not sold on. I think that this has been showing a lot of progress for him, like that subtle shading.
Yeah.
I think that he's doing really well. I really like the beard, how there's a bit of colour variation, and see how he's gone here to sort of give that specular highlight with the shade in the beard, as if like when the light hits it, it reflects. I think it's good, and I might be spending a bit longer on this one, but my reason is because we all improve at different rates, and I think this shows a lot of improvement, but I do think you can still improve. And he wanted to...
I didn't ask how big the room was. I said I cast Fireball. Yes, I remember Fireball.
Alright, so... Oh, and I wanted to go over this one. So, no Tips Thursday today, because we want your tips. What do you think is the most important tip for hobbyists out there? And we got some great answers, some really fantastic answers. So let's go over them. So first off, Alan says paint 1 hour each day if possible. Build those muscle memories.
Yes.
And what he's 100% right about is the whole, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah. It's true.
So Lance said, think outside the box. That's the key to being creative. Yes, you may make something you don't like, but you can always start over. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Stop. All right.
Bob the Builder.
Stop.
Yes, we can.
Stop.
Okay.
All right, but I think, try things outside the norm. Like, I think first build your norm, and then, like, try things outside of it.
Yeah.
So, like, once you, like, if you realize that you're in a rut, that's 100% the thing you need to do. So, Umar said, practice is the key to perfection, and that's true.
Actually, I will disagree with that.
Oh.
Well, my tuition teacher back in the day, he told me practice makes permanence, not perfection. Because you can practice the wrong things.
Oh, you're right.
And you'll become really good at it. And I think that makes a lot of sense.
You're right. You are right about that.
But yes, of course, I understand the premise of practice is the key to perfection. But I think that also comes to the point that you should never aim for perfection. You should aim to be good, get better.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yes, then Justin comes in and says, despondency is dangerous. Try not to judge yourself against other people's work. Rather, try to improve against your previous works. Only then can we see real progress.
Yeah.
And I wanted to say, can I get a name? Because, wow, like that one, 100%. Like, it is so easy. And look, I think that I'm putting out some really good work recently. And one of the best ways to get myself down is to look at other people's paint jobs and just think, wow, I will never be that good. And this is somebody who gets paid to do this, right? This is somebody who's, I've got that luxury, right? And yeah, so even with that, like that's a lot.
Yeah.
If someone like me can be in that position, anyone can be.
Yes.
All right, next up, you want to read this one out?
Yes. Here's my tip about tips. Despite the comments saying that only a poor tradesman blames their tools, a brush with a properly pointed tip makes a huge difference. I've recently been using some army painted brushes such as Super Detail and Insane Detail, and I can confidently say that having a proper tip on your brush makes an enormous difference. Insert comment about ensuring your brush tips stay clean, straight, and pointed.
Yeah, no, and look, sure, a poor tradesman will blame their tools, right? But they also won't take care of their tools. They won't use it. Like I think that's the tip within the tip that Stevens said here, right? Because when it comes down to it, right, he's 100% spot on. If your brush tip is bad, if it's frayed, you're going to have a really hard time. So, I recently got a new brush. Like, I usually get new brushes, once every 2-3 months?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. And, like, it's not as if I don't take care of my brushes. I really take care of my brushes. But there's a certain amount of hours that you can put into a brush. And I think then after that, it's really hard to get them right.
Yeah.
Like, I really do try and take care of my brushes, but if you lose that tip, you're in trouble. Alright, so next up we've got Ron.
Comfort is essential. Make sure you are comfortable in the position you are in while painting or hobbying. Yeah. The last thing you want is to get butt cramps. That's happened many a time to myself.
Oh.
Sometimes you even get cramps in your calves. So make sure you've got yourself a nice booty chair. That helps a lot.
I see.
Well, you've got a very nice chair in the painting room.
Yeah, no, I'll admit I've got a nice chair in the painting room. I do think that maybe it's not comfort, but the avoidance of pain, if that makes sense.
What do you mean?
So, like, I understand, like, what Ron's saying, and I don't disagree, but what I'm being a bit of a stickler on is that I think it's not so much about comfort, but it's about avoiding those injuries, like what Justin's saying here. Your back and all of that means. So, like, do things in a way, like, because if you could do something that's comfortable but that damages you, that's bad. I think it's...
Right. Okay.
You know, I think, you know, try and be... How can I say? As with it, you know, like... Yeah,
Yeah, because like with me, when I'm video editing, you told me I tend to hunch over.
Yes,
and like I understand that because like that's a little bit more comfortable for me, but over time, you know, I've got lots of aches everywhere, and I know it's not good, but like
once you switch your chair,
once I switch to a nice proper office chair, I feel a lot better, and it's good for me too.
All right, next up we've got Rainer Paints. You want to read that out?
Yeah, decided to randomly acquire and start working on Lord Invocatus from 40k. Here are some progression shots, experimenting with some ink and glaze techniques. So I'm guessing this is like a underpainting. Is that it?
So I'm not 100% sure, but I think you are right. I think it is underglazing. Underpainting.
Yeah.
And then
there you go.
sort of building up.
Yeah.
Let's take a look and sort of see what we've got here. So I wonder what's going to be kept and what isn't going to be kept, because obviously this is a work in progress. I think that sort of very cold grey, like with the blue tinge, works very well with the corn red, but I feel like this needs to be solidified, because I feel like those armor plates just need that solid colour to contrast against this more sort of
blue tone.
Well, so not the blue tone, right? Yes, you are right. But what I mean is, you see how there's the fade in it?
Yes.
I think, you have a contrast of kind there. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like those solid plates, and then, you've got that, and maybe. I'm not sure, but anyway, I think
get
it's
what
looking
you're
good.
Saying. I still get what you're saying. So I think, I'm not sure if this is what he's going for, but I can sort of see it in my mind's eye, if it were me. Like, I can see some of the blue shining through the red there. And like it's something like a opportunity, if it were me, to use sort of purple shadows with the highlighting of a red. So that to give a very interesting visual interest in the way that you've shaded things. So it suggests that the light overcast hue is blue. So like maybe reflective of the sky, overcast. Highlight, I forget the name, something similar to specular highlight, environmental. I'm rambling, but anyhow, like, use purple shadows with the reds. That's what I would have done. At least that's what it feels like he might be going towards. Who knows?
I'm not sure, but we will see in the future, I am sure. Alright, so next up we've got Cal.
More color tests of abyssal dwarves. Old with more new ones. I'll do more red and orange, then matte spray to see if the sparkles get knocked down a bit. Sparkles?
Yeah, for the metallics and such.
Yeah, okay.
So let's take a look here. I like the green with the steel, because I think the steel reads a bit as a blue. At least this steel does. In my opinion, or do you think it reads more grey?
I think it reads more grey. I think towards this side, near the red guys, that reads a bit more blue to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a little bit more on the bluish side.
I like these guys right here.
Yeah, those look good.
I think that looks really interesting, the way that that's done with the sort of, like, it almost feels like verdigris, over that sort of coppery look. I feel like that's a very interesting look. Like, of all of them, that's the one that sort of catches my eye. Is there any that catch your eye?
I guess the middle guy. One more over. One more. Yeah, that one.
This one?
Yeah. I think because of the yellow and bluish tones, I see the contrast there a little bit.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, no. So for me, it's this one. For Sunny, it's this one.
But I get what he's doing here is quite interesting. A little bit different from what we're used to with Cal. So I like it.
Yeah, no. Definitely experiment. And here we have more Joe R. Sutton Adventure Time with myself.
Today it's the Henry Graham.
Yeah, Henry Jesse Graham.
Jesse Graham. Your adventures.
Yes. So, did you want to comment on any of them?
Let's take a look. Okay. See, your servitor guy, I really think was one of your best work. And, like, the heads have turned out so detailed as of recently with this set. And I really liked what you've done with your plasma gun. You did tell me, like, hey, do a little bit of white down there. I was like, I thought it looked good, good enough. And then you put the white there, and then it was like, oh, I see what you were saying. But I really think that I can see your skills improving. Like with this guy, it's so clean and it's very smooth. You know, and I see a pattern of smoothness with your work as of late, which is I'm very proud of you for that, honey.
Thank you.
And it's very nice. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Hashtag brushstrokes, haha.
Well, I don't quite think brushstrokes because I think like there's damage and chipping and all of that there.
Yeah, brushstroke is very under.
But also the reason why I wanted to do damage and chipping and so on with the plasma is because it's a servitor. It's more likely than not that this plasma gun has failed. So when you roll a 1 with a plasma gun, it wounds you instead.
Oh dear.
So if it's on a servitor, I am certain that the previous servitor may have rolled a 1 before. What did you think of this guy?
Yeah, this is no fault of your own, but I do think it's a bit of a waste the way they've posed the head.
Yeah.
You can't see anything.
Yeah.
Unless I had to hold him in this specific angle for you to see the face.
And like even then, like that yellow there is sort of shadowed.
Yeah.
Like it's very much, yeah. And there is his other face.
Yeah. I would say that maybe his cheekbones are looking a little too sunken, but to be fair, it's a really small face.
Tis. Alright, so next up.
It is Joseph.
Mostly done except for the lanterns. So let's take a look. Actually, you know what? We should take a look that way instead, shouldn't we? Alright. So I think the eyes have come up alright.
Very nice. Oh, that guy's got a bit of a googly.
Yeah, that guy down there. Everybody else seems alright. But I do feel as if, yeah, like the hair is where you could have the colour.
Yes, agree on that, yeah.
Like, I understand, you know, you go for a theme and that sort of thing. But I think that's definitely where you could have the colour. The lanterns and the hair. And some nice soft OSL.
Yeah, because you did a really good job with the OSL last time with the...
But this is our second last one, and I just wanted to go through this because, James, you poked the bear.
What do you mean? Nothing more to paint.
Well, I mean, like that was the thing. Like when I saw that, I'm like, yeah. And when I saw Brian paint, Brian. Yeah, when I saw Brian paint, that would have been amazing.
Like people run out of models to paint. Oh.
Yeah, but I think Andy probably had the best like actual, you know, comment here. But I also really liked Justin's one here. But like just. Oh, he's such a good comic actor, that guy.
Oh.
All right, and finally, it's myself. So
it's yourself.
Here's that last Joe R. Sutton adventure, except minus Joe Sutton.
Look at that yummy pink magenta.
But yeah, so
I think your whites came out really nice too.
Yeah, you like them?
Yeah, I do.
Hmm.
Very clean. Yeah, and originally the hazard stripes didn't come through as well because it was quite faded with the look that you were going for.
Yeah, but you wanted me to do just touches of yellow on them to make them pop a bit more.
And they really come out. They really come out.
So yeah, I just did those little touches like she said. And
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it looks great from far. So that's the key.
Alright, everybody. Let us wrap up. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you once again, everyone, for joining us. We hope that you guys are, just flat Vicky and life is good because you're busy. But what we also hope is that you get some painting in soon. Because Sunny has a gleam in her eye and she's like, where all the painters at?
Yeah, we do have, we'd like to see more people posting.
Yes. I'm glad to see some of our regulars come back, like Cal and Raina coming back.
Yeah.
It's great to see, people getting some painting in. And I love seeing some of our locals, but that I think has also reminded you of Chris a bit, didn't it?
Yeah.
You're like, Chris, where you at?
Yes. Don't worry. There are going to be several people who I will come after with the call out.
But yeah, so hopefully you too, James, show off what you've been painting.
Yeah, you used to share some of your wife's things.
Yeah.
I liked stuff like that.
And I want to thank, James for having the courage to post up some of his new stuff. Because the thing is, this is a place for everyone.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter your skill level. Like, he was a little afraid to post on here. But see, you posting here will hopefully give more people courage to post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're not here to judge.
Well,
we're here to help.
Yeah, we're here to help.
Constructive judging, guys.
Constructive judging.
Constructive judging.
Well, I think it's more about giving proper feedback, not just pointing your nose up at people.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's about helping you achieve your goals. That's why our advice for Ron is very different for our advice for James, and vice versa.
It's about the goal that you are aiming for.
Yes, because this is what it's all about.
The why. Did you notice that I specifically made you and now in yellow to bring your attention to you and now? Haha. Flip graphic designer hair.
You can't flip your hair. It's in a bun.
It's I flip it anyway.
Alright. Thank you very much for joining us, ladies, gentlemen. And let us say, keep those brushes wet. Bye-bye.